Buffalo Bills and the Miami Dolphins. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Allen now looks to throw. And his first look is incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Allen going to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. Jakeem Grant back deep for Miami. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11.
No daylight for him to run through there, and he ran into the defensive tackle, and that guy blocks a whole lot of daylight as it is. He is truly a big man who just made a big play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He finds an opening past the 40. And now look at him go.
They ready for us.
Past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins.
Makes the score Dolphins 7, Bills 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
25-yard line. The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that will be incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Here comes Grant on the return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line.
His pass.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
They'll run on 1st down with Singletary. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down at the 42.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
Allen on 3rd down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Sacked there by Jadeveon Clowney. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, not much there that time. And I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
From the gun, it's Tua. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20.
This is too easy right here.
And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown.
Brandon, so many defenders are former offensive players in a past life. You know how much fun they have when they pick off a pass and get a chance to relive their offensive days. Take it from defense to offense. They love waltzing into the end zone doing exactly that.
And this one through the uprights and good.
To score, Dolphins 13, Bills 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Tagovailoa trying again after the pick 6. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on 1st down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On 3rd and long, it's Tagovailoa. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
And he fields it cleanly. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, A lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now Zach Moss played prep ball 8 miles from here in Hollandale Beach. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Jadeveon Clowney brought him down. Taken down back at the...
Now on 2nd and 13. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 13.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Allen going deep for Diggs. He's got a man, complete. 20, 10, and all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
To number 14.
Stephon Diggs, 77 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from taking the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. The Bills with a football as we start quarter number 2, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation. Here's Bass now to send it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
The 46-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Now Tua on the bootleg here, rolling to his right. And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. this one out for Evans. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Open man is Kroom, the tight end. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Here's Bass now for the extra point. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21.
That ties the game at 21 apiece. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down the field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. Tua wants to throw it on second down. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Mike 50. Mike 50. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Hey, check Mike 50. Move straight. 15, check Mike 50. Get that quarterback in.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Are we on the same page here, partner? Because I think they have the right idea. Just take what you can get on 3rd and forever.
Yeah, in real life, I'd say yes. It's just these video games are tempting. You want to go downfield with it.
I like the way you've evolved. Yeah. You know, you've learned how to play it the Madden way.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Come on with it, man.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
We got 3, we got 3, we got 3. Switch, switch, switch.
2nd and 7. Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Brings up 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Play action. Now it's Tua. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on a little bit more.
46, boys, 46. 46.
Out of the gun on 3rd down, here's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And got his man complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3-and-out.
Right back to him on 1st down. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Ball at the 6 here as they work with a 2nd and 2. And they give this time to the tailback. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa to a hit, and the ball is out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20. And this is going to be brought back for a Bills touchdown.
Let's get it popping. Let's get it popping.
How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Score Bills 28, Dolphins 21.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10.
51 for Mark, boy, 51. It's just me and you. It's just me and you. No shot.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Allen. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and in fact we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side, but for lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
The loss of 3 on that first down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. Here's Tua. That'll be complete to Breida. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good, solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
46, boy, 46. 46 to Mike. Hey, pick your...
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
On first down, they'll start out with Singletary. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go right back to Singletary. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
3rd down.
Third down, they go with Singletary. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the first down. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Bills send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the punt, they have a long way to go if they want to tie this football game.
And when you say a long way to go, you mean the full 99 yards backed up almost as far as you can be. And they also have to be aware that the defense is going to come after them. A lot of defense will blitz and attack in this situation, hoping to cause a little bit of havoc.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. It's Tagovailoa from his own end zone. And my goodness, another interception. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Dolphins' 17-yard line.
Now Allen. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Here's Allen. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Now left side on the swing pass. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Two and now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
On play action, here's Tua. And now here is another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. On first down, Singletary. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Allen. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 36 yards on the play. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami, it's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter. Now it's 2nd and 9. Singletary again. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. So third down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first.
And it's third down.
Allen now looks to throw. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Allen to Beasley, first down, Buffalo. They will run with Singletary. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him. Ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up third down.
They'll try and run for this with Moss. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 8-yard line. It's a gain of a yard.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And now they'll throw with Allen. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Just showed us some pretty good football IQ there. Didn't have anyone open. Did have a receiver in the area. Didn't want to take the sack. Just wanted to get rid of it. And successfully did so.
Does open himself to a pretty good shot taken there at the end, but you're right. Good job getting rid of it. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to... And they take him down. The Bills get to him. And Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Going to throw right side here. Complete. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. Little choice, Charles, but to go for it right there, and that pick 6 will be the icing on the cake.
Yeah, you don't know how many more possessions you're going to get, so really you're almost at the point of no option. Have to go for it. Bottom line, though, is defenders know that as well. They know you've got to throw the football. Had the right defense call, able to make a nice play on the ball, and that's all she wrote.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track? The pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Back at the 11-yard line.
From the gun, it's Tua. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. The 30, the 20, 10, and he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Miles Boykin, 89 yards, and the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Tagovailoa working out of the gun, and he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
Dolphins 29.
So the lead is now dwindled to 9 as the kick here is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Allen to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jair Alexander. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
After the turnover, it's Tua. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
24-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Now Tagovailoa. Being chased out left. His throw caught right around the 6. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete. So the 2-point conversion, no good.
The score, Bills 38. Dolphins 35.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this carries into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Even though we're not on the goal line, this is essentially a goal line look as they come up for 2nd down. To throw is Allen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
That's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Back to throw is Tua. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Matt Hawk now. And you wonder, could they possibly think about taking a safety here? Taking on the midfield logo. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Singletary. Out of bounds at the 36-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
1st down.
He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. I see you nodding your head up and down. It's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw. Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it's looking like the Dolphins are going to win the football game. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. Today's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually